All right, we just have to play one thing from Trump's rally last night in Wisconsin. And one of the things that you can always count on from Republican politicians is a tremendous amount of projection. You remember when George W. Bush was being accused of being a chicken hawk, and the fact that he had run away from his National Guard service and whatnot. And so they attacked John Kerry as some type of fake war hero. This is sort of like a patented Roger Ailes move. Accuse your opponent of what you know is, if not your problem, at least your weakness as a candidate. And Donald Trump, apparently, as he's reading the speech last night, that's the one thing. I mark my words. If Donald Trump manages to just read his speeches for the next 2.5 weeks, you're going to start seeing pieces like, is Trump on the comeback trail? The only change in the polling is that they will not continue to be growing in Clinton's lead. And polls have stabilized. They could start going the other direction. And he's been reading speeches for 3 weeks now. Let's hear.
Jobs, safety, opportunity, fair and equal representation. We reject the bigotry of Hillary Clinton, which panders to and talks down to communities of color and sees them only as votes. That's all they care about. Not as individual human beings worthy of a better future. They have taken advantage.
Now, what's awesome about this speech that the right-wingers were talking about, he's finally talking to the African-American community. Finally. He actually was pretending he was in Milwaukee. He was about an hour outside of Milwaukee talking to a 99%, or I should say a 1% black community in the town that he was in. I imagine, to be fair, that in his audience, it was probably closer to 0.3% African American. And I pointed that out on Twitter last night. And people were like, black people have TVs. They're watching them on TV. But, you know, if you're going and saying that you are attempting to address the black community, or any community for that matter, like, you just imagine, like, if he got up there and said, like, the Jewish people are being taken advantage by Democrats. And he's doing it in a church, let's say. I mean, clearly this is a speech not geared towards black people, but simply about black people for the consumption of white people who want to be told that they're not racist.
They're not just voters to be objectified. They're also basketball players, drug addicts, athletes, and many, many people who like me, such as Omarosa and Mike Tyson. By the way, I saw a black guy in the back of the audience. Can we have him removed in case he's going to protest?
Is he my black guy, or is he some other one?
He doesn't look like my black guy. He looks
Bring
like a
him up.
black guy, and I don't know. I'll bring him on. He likes me. Oh, that's great.
Bring him up on stage. Look at that. Look at the black guy we brought up on stage.
We need honest conversations. If Ivanka dated a black guy, I would literally die. Now, if Tiffany wants to date a black guy, I'm magnanimous. She can move to Africa for all I care. Has anybody ever seen Shaft Goes to Africa? Big league underrated.
Okay.
They wrote that down.
Hello, you. I'm Sam Seder. Looking for smart progressive talk that is occasionally amusing? Well, subscribe to our YouTube feed. Subscribe to our podcast. Like us on Facebook. And just generally enjoy us.